Hey guys, Luis Moreno here. Think Medicare, think ACA. I've got two guests with me, powerhouses. I've got Alex Branning, CEO of Agent CRM, the premier CRM out there in the universe. I use them exclusively for every line of business that I have in my agency: auto insurance, home insurance, commercial insurance, dental insurance, life insurance, ACA, Medicare. And I can even make up more insurances, whatever. But yes, I use Agent CRM. We've got Oscar Gonzalez here from Scale My Social, the marketing, social media marketing guru, because he knows what he's doing with that. I have no clue what we're doing on social media. He is the guy that's going to help us out with social media and how to advertise and how to bring in clients from social media. Guys, welcome, guys.
Thanks for having me, Louis.
Thank you for having us. What a pleasure to be here and talk about all this and lay out some of this exciting stuff. We have some really good stuff for people that are going to start tuning in, and I think people are going to get a ton of value here today from listening in. So excited to be here with both of you.
Beautiful. I'm loving this. So here's what we're going to talk about today, guys. It is kind of an open mic, but I want to talk about this first, because if you have been following the chatter out there on social media about what's happening with Medicare and even ACA, guys, you're going to see that this season, this AEP season for 2025 is going to be the one that has the most disruption. It's an election year. That's number one. And on top of that, there are some major changes with Medicare. And there's also some major changes with ACA, with a lot of the stuff that's going out there. A lot of these crooked agents on what they were doing, all that's coming to a halt. It's crazy, guys, on what's going to be happening to us. So be prepared. Be prepared. Now, what we're going to talk about today before we start taking questions is a marketing pack that we're going to put for you guys for Medicare. And then we're also going to bring one for ACA. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So Alex, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Let's get into this Medicare webinar in the box that we've put together for you guys. And we're just going to talk a little bit about it. You're going to have the opportunity to use this Medicare webinar. Oscar has even put a done for you webinar using AI, which is incredible. So he'll talk about that. But Alex, let's talk about this Medicare marketing pack that we're going to have for agents out there.
Yeah. One of the biggest things that we're going to have to focus on as agents that sell Medicare, I'm not on the ground, but you and your incredible team, you're going to have to deal with a ton of people that are going to come in and want to get new plans. And so it's going to be important to empower your team and yourself with some tools that will help your prospects understand what these plans are and what the changes are entering into the 2025 annual enrollment period. So what we've put together is a webinar that people can watch to learn about what's happening in the Medicare space. We kind of go over the different plans. We talk about the changes that are happening this year. We equip them with enough information so that they come into their call with the agent prepared to make a decision, or at least having a better understanding, so that the agent doesn't have to have the same conversations over and over again. There's really only three ways to make more money this year and compared to last year. One is getting more customers. And that's something that Oscar is going to talk about with his ads. The second way to make more money is getting more referrals, which we have some really great referral systems in Agent CRM. But the third is to reduce the amount of time that you spend having to educate all the new leads that are coming in, and also the customers that you currently have that are, they may have to switch plans. So having something that is pre-built and ready for your prospects to watch, it's going to be a key part of helping to increase the amount of revenue that you make this AEP. So, and Louis, you did a great job of putting this webinar together. What the team at Agent CRM did is we put it into what we call a snapshot, which means that when you get this marketing pack, you're also going to get an Agent CRM account with it. And this entire webinar system the emails to invite prospects to the webinar, the emails that go out after the webinar. You get all of that. The funnel, the slides, everything. You get all of it when you sign up for the marketing pack. So it really is a webinar in a box, so that every agent that is going to sign up using the marketing pack can use all of these resources that we've worked together as a team to build out.
That is incredible. And here's what I put together on this Medicare webinar. Guys, the goal of the Medicare webinar is to educate. Let our seniors know what Medicare is. Of course, we're trying to draw in new to Medicare because that's everybody. People will sell their kids. They'll give up a kidney, okay, to get a list of turning 65. And so this webinar is designed to bring in those kind of people. But you can also edit the webinar to talk about the changes that are happening on the prescription side of the house. Huge disruption with that. You can edit that and talk about that. And then this is where Oscar comes in. So I have the webinar. Alex with Agent CRM has the tools out there so that you can capture that data, these people clicking on the learn more.
Yep.
What Oscar, and this is what I'm going to turn it over to Oscar. What Oscar's going to help us with is how do we get this webinar out to the masses? So we can do grassroots. Every agent should be doing grassroots every single day. Should be going out there and creating your COIs, your circles of influence. These are people that have clients that they're going to recommend to you because you can help them out. So you need to have that, number one. But what Oscar's going to be doing is he's going to talk to the masses. Oscar, let's talk about Scale My Social and what you got.
Yeah. Look, I think it's what an exciting project this is, guys. I think we want to deliver the whole package, right? And it's such a powerful combination from you, Luis, being in Medicare, having a successful agency, having thousands of clients, agents, and then Alex, obviously you having the complete system, the management, the CRM. And so where I come into this and what really attracted me to this project and to you guys was putting it all together, right? Mm-hmm. Being able to provide this webinar, right? That is, in my view, really revolutionary. I mean, you see some of this stuff out there, but what we're doing, we're really taking it a step above, because by combining Agent CRM, and we haven't even talked about the click to launch component of this pack, right? Of this marketing pack, where literally at the click of a button, guys, you're going to be able to choose templates that my company has created, video ads that, by the way, we're refreshing on a monthly basis for agents that are part of this marketing pack. And so you're going to be able to, inside of Agent CRM, within a few clicks, be able to launch your ad and go live. You don't have to think about what creative do I need to use to capture an audience to get to my webinar. We've provided MetSup creatives. We're providing AP creatives, T65 creatives. Everything that's going to cover a Medicare agent's needs when it comes to creative, we are going to be providing that to you guys on an ongoing basis. Because one of the things that's really important in marketing is to always have fresh content, to always have fresh creatives, so that you can continue building your audiences, right? Because that's one of the big things that I always talk about as a company, as a business. And even when I was an agent and I came into the insurance space, I immediately knew that I needed to control my own marketing. I knew that was going to be a key. And moving into 2025 with TCPA, all the changes that are coming down the pipe, owning and controlling your own marketing, guys, is going to be a key factor in growing and building a successful agency in business in the next 3 to 5 years. So with that thought in mind, that's where this package really comes in, because again, we're providing those creatives for you. You're going to be able, inside of Agent CRM, click to launch ad campaigns that are ready to go, templates ready to launch, and then combine those with the workflows, right? So now the person comes in, they see the ad, they get driven to the webinar, they register, There's a sense of urgency, right? There's going to be a timer that flicks that says, hey, register for our next webinar. It's coming up in the next 15 minutes, which is going to create a real sense of urgency. And I think the angle that a webinar uses, which is the educational angle, is really a key component and why this will be successful. When you use good creative, when you align with educating consumers, and when you provide them with solutions on something that is so unknown to most people as they're turning 65, like Medicare, it's confusing, right?
Mhm.
I spent last year with my mom that wanted to change her Medicare plan, trying to figure out A, B, C, D. Should she go into a MedSup plan? Should she go into Advantage? All these things that honestly most people that age are just confused about, and they end up going with the first thing that somebody kind of provides to them, right? So there's such a lack of education, which equals opportunity, guys. That's what that means for agents that are out there right now. The opportunity is massive. And as changes come down the pipe that Lewis mentioned, right? These changes that are going to scare people away. They're going to scare agents out. They're going to go, wow, I don't know what all this is. I think I'm going to go do something else. That's what we want, right? The go-getters, the people that are in this business for the long term. Same thing with ACA. We want to shuffle out all the people that don't know what they're doing, that don't have a good business practice of educating, providing value to a consumer, and then converting those people into sales. The opportunity is just absolutely massive. So along with that, right? And here's kind of the because I can't even, there's so much value in this marketing pack, right? Like we're just kind of skimming the surface, because on top of those creatives, guys, you're also going to get, I spent hours making a done for you step-by-step walkthrough of how do you set up your own Facebook ads. Because even though we have the click to launch system within the marketing pack, and it's literally a few clicks of a button, we thought it was really important to provide you guys with the knowledge, with the understanding of how you make a Facebook ad, what is a Facebook campaign, retargeting, lookalikes, lead forms, conversion campaigns, dynamic forms, all these things that are out there that as you get better and better at running your own marketing, you're just going to want to learn these things and have an understanding. That doesn't mean that you're going to end up doing it all yourself, because there's a ton of assistance everywhere, but it does mean that you will have the understanding and the know-how of how Facebook marketing works, or really social media marketing. So we provided that in this pack. I think it's 13 modules. It's hours of lessons. And it's not just like, what is Facebook ads, guys? It's literally the same strategies that we use in our company to run what right now we manage a little over $1 million a month in ad spend in the insurance space. Those same strategies that we're using in that is what I've put into this course. So that's just an added bonus, right? And then the other kicker, right, that we haven't even mentioned, we're going to be providing mastermind calls. We're going to be providing monthly calls with Alex, with myself, with Luis, and even other heavy hitters in the insurance space. We're literally will be answering questions. We'll be going through and telling you guys what's working right on the spot that given week, that given month. So it's just exciting, guys. This is something that whether you're new to Medicare or whether you're a seasoned agent, tapping into us, and I always talk about this, right? Like tapping into a structure in a system is so key to be able to streamline and generate revenue. This is a system and a structure that is specifically made for Medicare and Medicare agents. Tap into it, guys, because the value is humongous.
I agree. And let me scare you guys. Okay, get ready. Oh, Alex, were you guys say something? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say we had a question. Is it a for the Medicare marketing pack? Someone asked, is this a monthly charge or one time? It is a one-time charge to get access to all of these resources that we're talking about. Agent CRM has a separate, it's a $97 a month to have Agent CRM, but the Medicare marketing pack is just one time and you get everything. But go ahead, Lewis. Scare them, man. Tell them the honest truth about what's happening right now.
I'm going to scare you guys right now. So if you Medicare agents have done AHIP, okay, there is a section there that talks about lead sources. And I'm going to scare you because this is happening to one of our agents right now. You have to vet your lead sources. Okay. Guess where these lead companies are getting their leads from? Social media. Okay. They're using social media to get leads to sell to you. So let me tell you, don't be fooled in thinking that they're only selling it to you. They are in the business of selling leads. They sell it to as many agents as they can. So you're in competition there. That's number one. Number two, if you're getting live transfers, oh my God, this one agent right now got a live transfer, but the call center was out of the country. So they don't care. They don't care if it's all rolls or not. The live transfer came to the agent. The agent called. It was a senior set up in an environment with an attorney who has the do not call already set up for this senior. Well, he's in violation of all this. Now they're going after the agent. They're hitting them with fines, and this agent has no idea. You need to vet your leads. Okay. So with that being said, when you use this marketing pack, you're creating your own leads that are yours. They're organic. You know where they're coming from, and they're your leads only. So what Oscar is talking about is, and let me give you an idea of what we're talking about. Like, what is this whole marketing pack? It is a webinar. Okay. It's a pre-recorded one. Now I'm going to give you my script. So if you don't know what to say on the slides, I've got a script that I'm going to send you as a PDF where you can kind of, just use it as a template for you to talk about each script. But some people aren't very good in front of a camera. So what Oscar created is the whole webinar, right? And Oscar, you want to talk a little bit about that? What the creatives are, for those that do not want to do it themselves. Go ahead, Oscar.
Yeah. This is the basically like phase 2 of this marketing pack, which is right now you guys will have access to the pre-recorded and the script so that you guys can utilize the one that's already made. But one of the things that we thought about as a group was, gosh, wouldn't it be great if an agent had to do even less, right? If an agent didn't have to record themselves on a webinar, because as we all know, some of us really don't like being on camera, or it's just not natural to us. And I think it's really important that if you're going to be on camera, if you're going to deliver a message on an ad, that it's confident and that it's well done, because if not, that's going to come across the other side, right? So in that thought, we said, well, let's utilize technology, right? Let's tap into AI. And what we're doing right now, we're almost done with that process, is we're actually creating the webinar with AI talking heads. And you guys who are part of the marketing pack will have access to a series of templates. So different people, right? Different AI people, a female, a male, different races, so that you as an agent can find the one that most aligns with you and your message and who you are, and utilize the AI version of the webinar. This is huge. It doesn't even exist out there, guys. So we're really, I think, if not the first, one of the first to roll something out like this.
And what's going to happen, guys, is your audience is going to watch. They get the message. They're like, I need to connect with this agent because I need to figure out if I'm going to go that way or that way. They click on a button. Okay. Now, Alex, I'm going to tap into you here. So when they click on that call to action button, what's going to happen with an Agent CRM for these agents?
Yeah. So are you talking about the call to action button after they watch the webinar, or on the webinar page? Where are they at in the process?
Once a viewer, somebody on Facebook watches it and they're like, oh, I need to connect with this guy because I do have some Medicare questions. Then they hit the learn more button.
Yep.
Then we things are going to happen, but they're going to enter their data, and then that's going to go into Agent CRM with a series of things that are going to happen.
Yep. And then we're going to take them to a scope of appointment page where they sign their scope of appointment digitally on Agent CRM. It's going to be saved to their contact record. So you'll have it. You'll be good to go. You're protected. You're safe. And then your calendar shows up, and there's they're not able to schedule for another 48 hours because we got to follow that rule, right? And so they're going to schedule out when they want to talk to you. So here it is. Here's an example of the digital SOA form. And so you're immediately going to get their contact information. So whether or not they fill out the scope of appointment, you will immediately have this ready to go. And then they'll go to the scope of appointment, which is going to be awesome because now you're covered. You've got everything stored. And then from the scope of appointment form, they go to your calendar. Again, this is all stored in Agent CRM. You don't need additional software. You don't have to have any extra subscriptions. It's all under one roof. Agent CRM is the full and complete digital Medicare marketing platform. After they submit their appointment, then they're sent reminders. So they're reminded to get ready for their appointment. Now, in these reminders, one of the things that I recommend is when you get the marketing pack, then you encourage them to go and watch that webinar so that they're up to speed on what's going on in the new in this 2025 AEP, because it'll help save you time when you talk to them. So they'll be able to take some time to learn, to really get a grasp of what's happening. If they haven't already done their research, this is a great way for you to prepare them so that you can get through the appointment at a much quicker pace, right? Because I know that you as a Medicare agent, you want to make sure that you're serving your clients at the very highest possible place of service. And to do that, you need to educate them on what's going on so that they're making the best decision for them and their family. And so they need to be informed. This webinar does a great job of informing them what's going on. And then when they do get on that call with you, now they're like, okay, I watched your presentation and I have some questions, but here's what I think we want to do, right? So they're going to come into the call much more prepared and ready to make a decision on how to move forward. And also with that webinar, one of the other things that, we didn't really talk too much about, but there's a lot of things that happen kind of underneath the surface when you prepare a webinar like this, right? It builds authority because now they're like, wow, he put together, this really thorough, comprehensive webinar, and he really knows what he's talking about. It builds trust and rapport because they spend all this time listening to you. So they hear your voice or the voice of your AI avatar, and now they're really going, okay, I really believe that Lewis is doing everything he possibly can to put me in the best position for me and my family with all of these changes. It builds a lot of trust and rapport. And the third thing that it does, which is key, is every 5 minutes that someone spends observing your content and really chatting with you, it builds loyalty, right? And so you're building up a relationship even before you spend your own personal time. These digital assets are creating a relationship with the people who are consuming that content. So there's so many good things that are happening when you prepare some long form content like what Lewis is giving you with this webinar.
Yeah.
And by the way, I wanted to mention this because it's really important, and we were just talking about this before, that especially new Medicare agents that say, well, how do I pre-book an appointment? And if I have to get the scope of appointment and then there's a 48-hour period that I can't speak to it. So what's awesome, guys, is that already built into the CRM, the process is they go to the scope of appointment, right? They fill out the lead form. They go to the scope of appointment. They fill that out. And then they get to the calendar, as Alex mentioned. But the key there is that they're going to be able to book an appointment 48 hours and ahead, right? So what does that mean, guys? That means that every single appointment that books on your calendar, when you get on the call with that person, you are in complete compliance. 48 hours has transpired. You have your scope of appointment. It's not time to reschedule the call. It's time to sell the deal, guys. Yep. This is huge, huge. And I know a lot of new Medicare agents out there were wondering that. So I know that this is a really key piece to this. I want to make sure that we added that.
Oh, yeah. And then let me share this. I'm going to go back to this customizable page within Agent CRM that you can do. Okay, check this out. Now, when we're talking about scope of appointments, you need to know that there is this 48-hour rule. It's not a 2-day rule. It's a 48-hour rule. So it is almost 10 o'clock this morning. A client goes, clicks on to learn more, they enter the information, and they book an appointment. So you cannot call them any earlier than 10 o'clock. What are we, Friday, Saturday, Sunday? Maybe they book it for Monday and you're good. But look at the top of this page. There is a phone number there that they can call. This is one of the exceptions to the 48-hour rule, where it is a call-in. They can call this number. Now, it can be your agent CRM number. It can be your phone number that you set up inside of Sunfire, and which is the premier Medicare enrollment tool. And they can call that number, and now you can capture within Sunfire a voice SOA, a text SOA that you can send them and then they sign, or a email SOA. So you've got that ability for them to call you and get instant help. This is huge, guys. Okay. So, it's all going to be done for you with this Medicare marketing pack. It's just, I don't know how else to get to the masses. This is the way we're going to do it. So, Alex, we're getting questions. You know what this is, right, Alex? They're asking, how much is it going to cost me? How much, so I'm going to share the Medicare marketing pack screen. So would you go over that? Let me get that one ready. And here we go.
Cool. Yeah, we packed a ton of value into this. So I'll just kind of go from top to bottom, and then Lewis and Oscar, feel free to interrupt me if you want to add in here. So we have, when Lewis, Oscar, and I got together, we said we want to make sure that we're generating new leads, we're saving your book of business, and we're able to really shorten the amount of time from the lead to a decision-making phone call. So here we go. So first we have the Medicare 101 webinar, which we've been talking a lot about. This includes the funnel, the invite emails, and the post webinar emails. So the ones that are sent after the fact. So it's a webinar in a box. It's a great tool for you to use to not only generate new leads, but also educate the people that are on your calendar. Number two, the click and play Facebook ads. So Oscar and his team have put together some amazing creatives just for Medicare subs. Like, there's a bunch of stuff in there. I've been able to watch some of these ads. They're incredible. He's actually hired actors to create ads that you guys can use. Now, inside of Agent CRM, you can do a click and play Facebook ad. What does that mean? That means that inside of Agent CRM, you're going to go to Ad Base. It's a tool on the left-hand side. Click on Ad Base, click on Facebook, go to Medicare Marketing Pack, and you have all of Oscar's ads that he's created. You click launch, and then you don't have to log into Facebook Ads Manager. You don't have to really understand how Facebook Ads Manager works. You just click and then follow the steps on the next screen, and it launches your ad to your target audience, and it sends people to your funnel. So it's so easy. We've made it so that anybody and everybody can launch a very professional Facebook ad, driving traffic that you generate to your page, traffic that you own, and you're able to walk them through the process we just showed you, where they go to your funnel, they walk through filling out the SOA, and they set up a time on your calendar. So we've done all of that work for you, which is incredible. And then we have the renewal funnel. So this is really cool. This is something that we created for this year, me and the team over at Agent CRM. With all the changes going on, you have to be proactive, because we talked about these big call centers going out and going after clients. We talked about one agent that received a lead from one of these call centers. Look, these call centers don't care about you, but we do. So we want to protect your customers. They're going to be getting a lot of information on what's happening in Medicare. Some of it's going to be good information. A lot of it's going to be misinformation of people that are just trying to steal your clients away and get them to sign up, right? So we need to be proactive. How do we do that? Well, the renewal funnel is a solution for you. So we have emails and text messages that you send to your current book of business, encouraging them to set up a call. On the renewal funnel, we talk very briefly about what's happening in this space, and there's a video on there. Now, I'm going to give you the script so that you can record yourself on your cell phone, making sure that they see you, they know it's you, and you're just saying, hey, there's a lot of changes going on. Let's hop on a 20-minute consultation call. make sure that the plan you're on is still the best plan for you, right? You're pushing them to hop on a call with you. That's the renewal funnel. Now, one of the things that we didn't get a lot of time to cover, but this is going to be really fun, is you get to hang out with me, Lewis, and Oscar every single month. And we're going to get together in a Zoom room, and we're going to have a monthly mastermind meeting talking about marketing. So we're going to go over what's working. We're going to go over, right now we're just going to be focused on helping you build your book of business for Medicare. But, post AEP, we'll be talking about other ways that we're working to build our business. What are the marketing strategies that are working? How are we generating referrals, et cetera? So, that alone, honestly, Oscar and Lewis, just being able to hang out every single month with Lewis, who is running a massive army of agents, and then Oscar, who oversees $1 million in, Facebook ads, that's an incredible value right off the top. So, and then the ultimate meta ads training course. So, Oscar, the reason why he manages such a large amount of ad spend is because he's really, really good at meta ads. And what he's done in this course is he's skinny down what you need to learn about meta ads, and he's put it in a way that every agent can understand what to do, how to optimize their ads, what are the changes that are happening. And he even did a video last week showing you some of the new things that are coming inside of the Meta Ads Manager, because as an advertiser with his size, he gets access to tools before even people like me do, right? I don't manage that large of an ad spend. So he's seeing things before I even see them, and he's creating videos so that you're prepared as these changes come out. So it's amazing. And then workflows at Cashflow. Yes, Luis Marino is giving you all the automations that he uses to essentially run his Medicare business. So every single client relationship needs that personal touch, but a lot of the stuff that happens behind the scenes can be done using automation. He's giving you his entire Agent CRM setup for you so that you can modify it for yourself. So he put a $997 value. I think it's worth at least 10 times that, but you get all of that included. So, and then last but not least are the bonuses that I'm giving you. So I've got some really powerful emails that I've written out to generate referrals. I've got some additional email campaigns that we're creating for you, and a few other bonuses that are going to help you build your business. And so the total value of this package, when we put it all together, was over $12,000, but you get it for a one-time payment of $997. Yeah, $997. Now, the way that I would look at this, Lewis, if and we put this together because we were like, do we want this to be cheap or do we want this to be valuable? And we said, you know what, let's just pour as much value into this as possible. And we're giving you an asset. This is not a course. There is a course in it, right, but it's not just a course, right?
Right.
This is not a one-time setup where we set it up for you and say, good luck, right? You do get that one-time setup when you sign up. We help you launch your first ad at Agent CRM, but it's not a done for you, like, hopefully it works out. No, you're getting the monthly meetings. You're getting Agent CRM, that you're getting the ads that Oscar is creating, and he's adding new ads. You're getting all of this for a one-time payment of $997. This is an investment into an asset. When you invest your money into an asset that grows your business, that money replenishes because of the growth that you see from the asset that you've now invested in. And so, Lewis, how many additional policies do you need to sell to make up the $997?
I was about to hit that. Are you in my mind, Alex? Get out of there, man. You know what? So that's exactly what I was going to talk about next. So what do you need to sell? So I like ROI. That's a return on your investment. If you invest something, are you going to get something out of it? Here's your ROI. This is what you're going to have to do to capture your ROI and then make more than that. Is number one, you've got to sell 1.5 Medicare policies. Now you can't do 1.5. So let's just round up. You've got to sell two new to Medicare, and you're going to more than make your money, or 3 flips. What I mean by flip is 3 policies that they already have a plan, but you're going to flip them into a different plan because it's a better option for them. So 3 of those, 2 new to Medicare, and you've more than made your money. Or let's say that you're a master cross-seller, which I consider myself a category, And now we can even bump that number down lower. One new to Medicare, you go in there and you add a hospital indemnity plan, okay, a HIT plan, and you've already made that money. Or you do 2 flips, add 2 new to Medicare, or maybe you're a Med Sub guy, or Med Sub's the best option. You do a Med Sub, you go add your dental and vision plan to them. You may have to do 2 or 3 of those. But that's it. After that, it's all gravy. I mean, it's like you don't have to put any more money into that slot machine for it to pay out. You just keep running your ads, and then you get the leads and you work them. That's the return on the investment. That's huge, guys. Huge. Yeah. And nobody else is doing it. As far as I know, well, I'm not going to say nobody else is doing it. I have seen a few, but a few. Now, I see a lot of Medicare ads with a static image. But you're going to be doing a Medicare 101 webinar. That's where it's completely different. And you're going to have the ability to customize it, shorten it, make it longer, add extra slides. We're going to give you the template, and you're going to be able to knock it out. Go ahead, Oscar.
Yeah, I think it's like, Alex, you hit it right on the head on this, that this isn't just a course. This isn't just a one-time thing. And I think that's where the real value in this comes in, because just like you mentioned, things change on Facebook, and they did just last week. By the way, this week they changed again, right? Facebook just rolled out a new way that they're going to spend your money on when you set a daily budget, right? It used to be a different way, and now it's changing. And if you're not up to date on these things, right? If you don't know what's happening out there, if you don't know the changes that Medicare has, that ACA has, which I know we're going to talk about in a second, that's a huge part of this that's coming down the pipe for you guys as well. Tapping into a constant update, a monthly call with us where, we're going to sit there and talk about, hey, here's what's working for us right now across the board on Medicare ads that we're running. Try this, try that, make this change, do this. Those are things that without this, you're not going to have access to. So it's so much more than just a course. It's so much more than just a one-time thing. It's the expertise and the knowledge that sometimes it's about not making mistakes, right? How do I avoid mistakes? And I know I speak for myself, and I probably speak for you guys as well, that we've all made a ton of them. And so what people get by utilizing this system is you're going to avoid all the little mistakes and hiccups that Lewis went through when he first started, that Alex went through when he first started, and that I went through when we first started, right? We're providing you guys that streamline so that you don't have to go through those hiccups and those issues, and you can really focus, again, tapping into a system and structure that's already made and ready to go. So it's incredible, guys. I can't speak enough about it. I'm super excited about this thing. I actually, at one point, I was a person that said, gosh, courses, that's literally who I was. And again, what brought me to this was the idea that it's not just a course. It's an ongoing system that's happening. It's an ongoing value that's being provided to each and every one of you. By the way, $997 includes the first month of the CRM, right? Yeah. So you're already getting your first month. It's already included. You're getting the click to launch ad system already for that first month. And guys, you're going to love it so much. I've used it. I've tested it. And our business, we set up ads for people, right? That's what we do. But I can't neglect the fact that a system like this, a click to launch system, there is a huge market for it, because there's a lot of you out there that want to do it yourselves. There's a lot of you out there that want to be able to click and do these things, but maybe you don't know how to do it. So having access to a free month of this system that Alex has built and put into the CRM, you are going to see that when you start using it, you're going to continue using it, because it's so easy to set up an ad, and it's just awesome. It really is, guys. So it's exciting stuff.
It's super exciting. Well, let's get into the little Q&A. Let's see what our subscribers and viewers have. So I'm going to answer the first question. So King of Kings, Can you sell ACA, Medicare, and auto insurance? Okay, well, for ACA, you can sell whatever you want to these guys. You want to sell widgets, you want to sell it doesn't matter. Okay, ACA, on the compliance side of the house, you need to make sure that you get your consent and your confirmation. And let me tell you guys, we already have that set up for you within Agent CRM. We have a texting option, and we're coming up with a signature option right now that we're working on. So you'll be able to text them and email them, where they can reply by text and they can reply by a signature. Okay. And then after they've done that, it's wide open. You want to sell life insurance, dental and vision, indemnity plans, auto insurance, home insurance, you name it, you can do it. Okay. Now, Medicare, whoa, slow your roll there, Chief. All right. Slow the roll. With Medicare, oh, hell no. We've got some major marketing rules that we have to abide by. So in that scope of appointment, it tells you there what offerings, what product offerings you can talk to them about. Medicare Advantage plans, prescription drug plans, Medicare supplement, hospital indemnity. You can do that on a Medicare appointment, but you cannot sell at that time, at that point of sale. You can't do life insurance, you can't do auto, you can't do home, you can't do anything. You have to reschedule and come back and do it. So hope that answers your question, King of Kings. If not, hit me right back up with another question. Alex already tackled the cost. Victor, it's not a per month payment. It's just one time, one and done, and you have the pack. You have the updates. Oscar is going to come up with the changes in the algorithms that Facebook does. You know, he'll update it and let you guys know, but it's a one-time payment. All right, let's continue here. King of Kings, another good question. Alex, I'm going to let you answer this. What calendar software app do you recommend that allows clients to schedule, cancel, or reschedule appointments?
Yeah, Agent CRM does that. You don't need Calendly. You don't need any other system. Agent CRM has that included. And the cool part about that is that means that you don't have to try to duct tape all these systems working together. You don't need to, you get a new lead and then, you see the appointment. You got to go, okay, I see my lead in this system. Now I got to go check my calendar in this other system. Like, it's all under one roof, which makes it a lot easier to manage, maintain, and it removes a lot of human error. When you have everything under one roof, it removes a lot of human error, because now you're not trying to, match up who you're talking to. And, like, one of the things that I like about Agent CRM, because I use it for myself. I use Agent CRM for my own business, Agent CRM. But, one of the things that I like is I like looking at the contact and seeing on the contact screen the full conversation that we've had with the emails coming in, the text messages, etc. And then on the side there, I can see the appointments that they've scheduled. I can see the notes they've added in for the appointment. Like, it's all there, which really empowers me to make sure that I'm ready for the call. If they get on the phone with me and they say, I got to reschedule within Agent CRM, if I'm looking at their contacts, I can set a new appointment right there on the spot for them, and help them, get their next appointment set up. So that's, I recommend Agent CRM for your calendar system.
And there's no additional cost for that calendar system that's built in. So again, all under one roof, and you don't have to spend any more money on the calendar system. Next
couple questions. Yeah, a couple good questions there. Victor has a good question, and I think someone else about the actual Facebook setup.
Okay, so I'll let you handle that because you are our Facebook guru. Do you set up the backend on Facebook for us?
Yeah, so two things, right? Number one, if you're using the click to launch, then all you're doing, guys, is you're integrating within Agent CRM your Facebook ad account. Now, if you don't have one, right, and you're literally starting at point one, right, you don't have an ad account, a business suite, or a Facebook business page, that's why the course is there. The course starts at how to set up a personal Facebook page, because some people still aren't on Facebook personally. So I made sure that this is going to help every single person out there, no matter where the skill is. So if you don't have a Facebook profile, The course is going to teach you how to set that up, and then teach you how to go set up a business suite, and then teach you how to go set up an ads manager. From there, you have two options. You can tap into the click to launch a process and system that we have there for you. Or if you're, again, one of those DIYers, right? DIYers that just wants to do it yourself, you want to have complete control, I totally get it, then that's what the course is for. I walk you module by module, setting up campaigns, setting up audiences and ad sets, budgets, retargeting, how many creatives should I have? How quickly should I scale an ad? What happens if I have to turn off my ad? I mean, I literally cover A to Z. Everything that has to do with Facebook Ads Manager is completely covered there. So if you're a person that you want to have complete control, you want to be in the back end of it, you want to see everything and actually do it yourself, you'll have access to do that.
Mhm.
Now, even if you use click to launch, you'll still be able to see those ads in your ads manager, right? Because the ads are not running on Alex's ad account or somebody else's ad account. They're running on your own ad account, which is the great part of this system, that it's just click to launch in simplicity, but the entire back end visibility is owned by you. It's running through your own ad account. So you have options to do both. And ultimately, guys, we also have, right, if people are like, hey, I just want this done for me, right? I just want somebody to handle this and help me with it and manage this for me. Obviously, we provide that for you guys as well as an additional service that's always available. And that's a shameless plug that I'll throw in here. But you know, but guys, honestly, you don't need it with this click to launch system, with the webinar that's being applied to this, with all the updated creatives, with the monthly mastermind calls. Guys, you don't need my service, right? You just need to follow everything that's in this pack and you're going to be successful. And gosh, I can't wait to hear, and hopefully we get a chance to talk a little bit about ACA, because that's where I come from. You know, I've built the book, and Luis, you've been a huge mentor to me in that space. And so that's going to be another game changer if you're out there and you're thinking like, well, what about ACA? What else can I do if I want to cross sell? So I just wanted to put that out there. But yeah, those are really good questions. You have complete control over everything, guys.
So I think you nailed Aaron's and Victor's question there. And guys, if you still have a question, if we didn't answer what you were asking, just re-ask. All right, I'm scrolling down here. This is from Irene. I am interested, but I have paid the CRM for almost a year, and it's been difficult to upload all of my clients and Luis, me, information that we can use on a 1 or 2 meeting with. So, Alex, how can we address this question here?
I see Irene. Irene, I see you. I'm going to reach out to my support team and see how we can support you. It looks like you've been using the CRM for a while, and there's been a couple hiccups. My support team is ready to assist you. I'm going to have them proactively reach out, but you can also reach out inside of Agent CRM using the live chat that's on the bottom right. We're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have a live Zoom call that happens during all business hours, so you can jump in the Zoom and then email as well. So we also have phone support, Louis. I don't think anybody else has phone support in the insurance CRM space. So Irene, I'm sorry that you're having some difficulty. We're here to help. We're here to assist, and we're going to proactively reach out to you over email, but feel free to reach out to us using any of those methods, the live chat, Zoom, phone, or email.
Yeah. And Irene, I will tell you, number one is it's technology. So you got to be a little familiar with the CRM and how it works. But I will tell you, I know it. I still hop on those Zooms. I'm like, hey, I got this idea, guys, help me out. And they literally take control of my mouse and they start clicking, and they start doing their thing. I'm like, I don't need to know how they're doing it. I just want it done. I think that's really cool. And if it's also something super complicated, they're like, you know what, we'll work on this. And then they send me a Loom video with like, look, we fixed it. And they walk me through what they did. And I'm like, beautiful. So take advantage of the support. Here's the deal, guys. I'm going to tell you this. There's a lot of CRMs out there, but they're like pet projects for organizations. Alex, this is not his pet project. This is his project. This is it. There is nothing else. This is all he does. And it's built for insurance agents. So yes, he's got a support team. A lot of these other CRMs that are out there, it's just a project for them. They're like, you got to figure it out on your own. And also remember, you're getting all of my workflows, guys. Everything that I create, and we're updating them right now. We're changing the wording. We're trying to make it a little more better. Okay. Yeah. There's my great English there. More better. But we are making it better for you guys. So you get all of my workflows that I use in my agency. They're just not great ideas. No, it's an idea. We try it. We put it to work here in our agency, and then we upload it as a snapshot for you agents. Let's go answer this question. Okay, so Arlene, good question here. Oscar's program seems to be doing everything what Shauna's class is teaching. What's the difference? There's really not a difference. It's just a different way of doing it. We're putting this together as a total package. The CRM, my stuff, my Medicare webinar, my soon to becoming ACA webinar, and then Oscar's know-how on how to run Facebook. It's just another way of doing it. That's the best way that I can describe it. Bob, how much is Agent CRM? It's $97 a month. Okay. That's what the CRM is running on a monthly basis. It's not free, guys. It's a tool. Let me just tell you this. It's like a carpenter. Okay, a carpenter has to go buy tools. They got to buy a hammer. Okay. If that guy shows up at the work site with a rock or a boot that's going to hammer a nail, he can probably get it done, but he's going to have to put a lot more work into it. Well, guys, this is our hammer. Okay. It does the job of multiple staff with the ability of workflows. Also, let me just tell you about what a CRM does for you. A lot of you guys are like, I don't need it. Okay. So I've been sued 3 times. Okay. They go after your E&O. They claim that you didn't do something, that you had an error or an omission. And you're like, well, that's why I have insurance for it. No, don't be thinking like that, because once you have a claim, your rates are gonna skyrocket. It's gonna hit you in the pocketbook. And you're like, well, I'll shop around. Well, nobody wants you have claims. So number one is you want to nip it in the bud. You want to have documentation that you did something. Okay. So the CRM with the contact feature, the texting and the email and the recording of the phone calls, you have the ability to document, timestamp what you did so that you can shut things down. I'll have a client tell me, you never told me that. I'm like, whoa, slow your roll. I'll go back, I find it, I screenshot it, I send it to them. I told you. Hey, you want the recording of the phone call? I can download that recording from Agent CRM and I can send it to them. So, it's just not a matter of it's a great tool. It's also something for you to protect yourself with. So be aware of that. Bob, great question. Will ACA be included? So Oscar alluded to that. So here's what I've got for ACA. I'm going to create also, like we already put it together. I'm recovering from COVID, guys.
Still made it on the webinar, right? Still made it on, man. That's what we do, man.
Let me get a little drug in my system here. Hold on. Okay, so ACA, I will be creating an ACA 101 webinar for you. It's very short, but pretty much what it's going to do, it's going to educate the client about what ACA is. It's going to tell them a little bit about how they can go and enroll if they want to self-enroll. Sure, why not? Okay, but we're going to put the teaser out there like, yeah, you can do this on your own, but you can also use me as your agent or you as the agent. It's not going to cost you anything more to utilize our knowledge, our know-how, our expertise to get a plan. And hopefully what the objective is of this ACA 101 webinar, which is the same of the Medicare webinar, is to have them click on the button, capture their data. It's imported automatically into your CRM as a contact. It notifies you, and this is one of my workflows, it notifies you that you have a new lead. It also warms up the lead by sending them some information. Hey, I'm going to be calling you. I'm going to call you from this number, so don't think that it's spam. Make sure you answer it. And by the way, here's what I'm going to be asking you. I'm going to need this information so that I can do my job for you. All that comes in with this marketing pack that we're going to have for you on the ACA side. So it's coming, guys.
And I'll add, I just want to add on the ACA because this is important, right? I think this is a piece, especially this coming open enrollment. And those of you that have been doing ACA or are familiar with all the Wild West stuff that's been going out there, there's a massive change, a shift going on in ACA. The consumer of ACA right now, more than ever, is weary, right? Is nervous about who they talk to, about who they allow to sign them up for health insurance on ACA because of all the deceptive ads, all the garbage that's been happening for the last couple of years. And I know Lewis and I have spent time just talking about this, and it enrages both of us, right? I am so passionate about this because I built an ACA book of business on doing things correctly and following the rules. And so when all this nonsense started happening, and it's put a damper in the business, right? Two things have happened. One, a lot of agents have left, right? All these agents that were doing all this stuff, many of them have moved on to do something else. They're gone. Right now, you can actually go and see suspension of agents and AORs. It's live. It's something that they're posting. CMS is posting this stuff because they want to create awareness for people to know that there are bad people in this business, unfortunately, like in every industry, guys. So what does that do for us that we remain in ACA, that we have books of business, or that we want to grow books of business? It creates opportunity. It creates opportunity to shift and once again, educate consumers on how ACA really works, the benefits of it, and how they can enroll with someone that cares about them, cares about providing them a real good service and growing a business. And so the webinar is going to be the tool that you will utilize to educate these consumers that are out there, and they don't want to click on ads for ACA because these ads were saying that they were going to get money for free or get thousands of dollars for rent or for food, all this nonsense that's out there. So we must do the work, and it's going to be tough, but this is a huge tool. I personally will be using this ACA webinar on my open enrollment season for the agents that I have underneath me, because I think educating folks on how ACA really works and showing that you're a real person, showing that you care, showing how this thing really functions is what's going to click in consumers. And they're going to say, wow, this person's not trying to get me right with a gift card or with, you know, all the other garbage that's out there. This person's actually taking the time to educate me and to teach me something and provide a real service. So ACA is going to be a huge, huge opportunity, I think, this year with everybody that's left it. And now you're going to use tools like this webinar, which, Alex, you can talk a little bit about how we'll incorporate this into it. And then really the features that will continue to roll out into this marketing pack as we, again, guys, this isn't just a course. This is something that we're going to continue to build on over the coming year. ACA, PNC, life, all these different lines of insurance that are out there are things that we're going to be working on and rolling out. So Alex, if you want to kind of touch a little bit on that, because I think people want to hear about that stuff too.
Yeah, I mean, the right now we have the Medicare marketing pack that's ready to go. Soon we're going to offer an upgrade option that says you buy this upgrade option, you get all the packs that we ever release included. So that's coming soon. So as of right now, the decision, I think, is really, do you want to work with Lewis, Oscar, and I on your Medicare? Because if so, we're ready to help you with the Medicare marketing pack.
That's right.
If you're watching this and you're going, okay, I'm seeing what Lewis is talking about. I've been following him for a while. I just met this Oscar guy. You know, I want to kind of dip my toes in the water. You can start a free trial of Agent CRM by using Lewis's link in the comments to see what is it like to work with Agent CRM? What is it like to experience our support, see our tools, play with our calendar system, the SOA, all that. Get an idea of what it's like to work with Agent CRM. See Lewis's workflows that he's put together in there. And then I believe you'll be even more excited to take advantage of the Medicare marketing pack, because you'll get a little taste of the power of Agent CRM. And now, once you get the Medicare marketing pack, you'll get the webinar in your account, you'll get the ads that Oscar's created in your account, and so many more of the bonuses that we're putting together for this, as well as our monthly mastermind meetings that you'll only have access to actually join the Medicare marketing pack. So I think you have two choices: Medicare marketing pack, or if you're a little hesitant, sign up for Agent CRM, start a free trial, and then come back to the Medicare marketing pack, because we're going to be talking about this a lot over the next right before AAP. So yeah, Louis, any final thoughts? We've been going for.
Yeah, well, let me ask you, there's a few more questions. I think there's two more. Bob, I'm going to answer your question here. The future of the ACA program. As far as I know, guys, it's not going anywhere. We're going to have a new administration next year. No, it's a political risk. We can't control it. Here's what you need to know. Last administration for Biden, Trump tried to kill the ACA and he couldn't. He dismantled it a little bit, but he couldn't get rid of it because there wasn't an alternative. So I tell agents, if he's elected again and he tries to dismantle it or destroy it, only way that's going to happen is if there's an alternative. There's too many people on ACA just to end it. So if we have an alternative, we'll be able to offer that alternative, but who knows what it is? That is, you can't control political risk. So just let it be what it's going to be. Focus that right now for 2025, it's a incredible opportunity to build a book. And here's what I tell you about the ACA book. Some people are like, I don't want to do ACA. I want to do it on Medicare. Guys, ACA, these people are eventually going to turn 65. I get all of my T65 leads from my existing ACA book. And I have workflows that are going to do that for you and notify you. In addition to that, okay, the ACA provides, not only these people that are turning 65, but also they may have parents that are turning 65 and they need help. So ACA is kind of like my gateway to everything else in my agency. So it's not going to go anywhere, Bob. And if it is, we'll have an alternative and we'll just focus on what the alternative is. Okay, so I hope that answers your question there, Bob. Oscar, would you answer this question? What exactly are the ads targeting? Or who, I would say, maybe, are they targeting?
Yeah, sure. Well, for specifically, obviously, Medicare, we have provided and will continue to provide T65, first off, right? So folks that throughout the year are turning 65, you want to have those creatives. And by the way, guys, most of the creatives, we do a lot of different types of creatives. And I wanted to make sure that for this program, we were including a variety of creatives. So we have B-roll videos, UGC style videos, AI videos, which are all working across the board really, really well. So for example, a T65 video might be a person, right? An older actor or actress that's in that age range that might be saying something like, hey, are you confused about what plans to choose in this upcoming enrollment? Confused about what type of plan, A, B, C, D, prescription plans, med sub plans? Well, here's what you need to do. Here's how you can get the information. Sign up for this webinar. It's going to provide you all the information that you need, absolutely free, no cost, and drive them to the webinar. Then we also have AEP creatives, right, which are specific to annual enrollment period. And they're going to do the same exact thing, guys. They're completely compliant. We're going to be using age-appropriate actors and actresses, AI videos, B-roll videos. And finally, guys, you'll also receive Med Sup, which I know there's a lot of people out there, a lot of agents that's their bread and butter. That's what they love to do. And so in those, we're going to target a little bit of a higher income, right? That's typically your Med Sup consumer, somebody that has a little bit more of discretionary income, is looking for a little bit more coverage. They're looking to fill that gap that Medicare doesn't cover. So again, age-appropriate actors and actresses that are going to drive people to those webinars for you guys. And by the way, not just ads that drive people to the webinar. If you want to just run ads, right, to just get people to fill out your lead form, and you want to test different things, right? You want to run a campaign for your webinar to get people there. And then you also just want to run a regular AEP ad or campaign. You're going to have both creatives. You're going to be able to run any one of those that you would like. So it's completely covered. We're also including images, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that, but I think it's important to pepper in, and we do it all the time. I probably think that about 80% of our ads are video ads, but about 20%, and depending on the agency size, we'll pepper in some more because it's important to always have fresh creatives. So we're also providing that. You're going to have images, static images that you're going to use, completely compliant, MedSup, T65, and open or annual enrollment period stuff. So let's go, guys.
I love it.
Awesome, man. Alex, when we get this ACA Medicare or this ACA marketing pack up and rolling, one of the questions that's being asked is, will it be an upgrade to the current Medicare marketing pack purchase? Or
yeah. So the Medicare marketing pack is available now for the $997, and then once it's an upgrade, it'll be a one-time cost to upgrade. When that upgrade is going to include literally everything, so ACA, property and casualty, all the new marketing packs that we release, you'll have access to it. So there's a Medicare; it's a single marketing pack. That's what's available now, and then in the future, you'll have a all-access pass. And so those are the only, it's $997 for Medicare. And then I believe it's an additional $500, $1,497 to get all of it. We just don't have the all access pass ready to buy yet. We're just now, as of today, launching the Medicare marketing pack. So you guys can jump in and get that. So, and then Bob, you do need to enroll in both. So the good news is that we got you set up. So when you buy the Medicare marketing pack online, then on the very next screen, it's like, okay, do you want Agent CRM or do you already have an account? So you'll say, I don't have an account. So click, we'll just set up that account for you at the click of a button and you'll be off and running. So we got you covered, Bob. So go grab that marketing pack and then we'll set you up with the Agent CRM account on the very next screen. So, and then Victor, will you add final expense into the pack? Man, we got some fun plans, some fun ideas. So we have a lot in our development pipeline for these marketing packs. So I would say, yes, we will have final expense. I don't want to give a date on it though, Victor, if I can just be blunt with you. I don't want to say it'll be ready by this time because we got some things in the queue that we're working on right away. Our next marketing pack is going to be ACA. So that'll be what we're working on next. So great question, Victor. I'm excited to see you inside of the Agent CRM support group, man. It'll be fun to work with you.
It's coming, guys. Rest assured that this stuff is coming. We're all behind this thing. We're all working on it. And all the lines of insurance that you guys are looking for, rest assured that they will be rolled out. Again, obviously, right now our focus is Medicare. It's right around the corner. Annual enrollment, ACA, open enrollment, right around the corner, guys. So those are the rollouts. But rest assured, because from my end, we do a ton of IUL, final expense, term life, mortgage protection, private health, guys. If anybody's out there for private health, these are all things that I'm bringing down the pipe. And I know we're going to get together and roll this stuff out to you guys. So stay tuned, start here, get yourself set up, and know that over the coming months, this thing is just going to grow and grow and grow and allow you to get into these different lines of insurance. And if you're already in them, they're just going to give you more tools to be able to capture more leads and overcome and grow your business.
Beautiful, man. Exciting, guys. So we'll end it with that. Alex, any final words?
I'm excited to work with everyone that joins the marketing pack and Agent CRM. So we have a vibrant group of users in our Agent CRM group, almost 5,000 agents in that group alone. And not everyone in that group is an Agent CRM user. So we just have so many people that are jumping in, sharing success stories, talking about how they're using the CRM. It's super fun. So I'm excited to see all these new folks in there. Bob, Victor, all the people that are on this call. It'll be fun to work with you inside of that support group.
Awesome. Guys, if you're watching this, not the live version, but you're catching this later, post your comments down below. I answer all the comments. I'll be glad to answer any questions you have on there. So post your comments. If you're not watching this on the live, I would be super glad to answer every single one of them. And guys, again, thank you so much. Alex, Oscar, you did a hell of a job. Thank you, guys. And the rest of y'all out there in YouTube land, thank you for watching and hanging in there with us. And hopefully together we can all make some more money and help our seniors. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.